Hello gringos, and welcome to the stream of iClen vs Pussii in the semi-final for the Anzac Cup in this Captain's Draft tournament. I'm Fletch. I'm going to be doing my best cast for this one. We're coming into Game 2 now, this best of 3 series, with Pussii taking out the first game in relatively convincing fashion with an Ursa that's, well, that made iClen regret not banning it, let's just put it that way. Game went for about half an hour, and yeah, pretty convincing performance coming from PL, but iClen did win one of their sets this morning, 2-0, so hopefully they can come back with that kind of momentum into this game too. And so yeah, let's get into the draft. Phoenix, Ricky, as well as the Beastmaster getting banned out straight up, with Earth Spirit, Bounty Hunter, and the Darkseer getting taken out by iClen with the first pick from iClen going to be the Clockwork, and Anti-Mage going to be the counter pick coming out of Pussii Lancer. Yeah, I imagine Pussii are going to want to go for those supports early, and they do with the Disruptor, and iClen will probably follow suit, just with the low amount of supports to pick from compared to how many cores and yeah, how many core farmers you can have there. It's probably a better idea to first of all pick them up, to be completely honest. I'd be surprised if someone left out the Witch Doctor or their Jakira picks till anywhere past position 4 even. But it looks like iClen are going to do just that, pick up the Juggernaut and the Tiny, showing off their strategy before the, well, basically as fast as they can. It's just basically going to be a Tiny to stand up in fights, Juggernaut to, going to be that farmer that will end up doing all the damage come about the 15-minute mark, and Clockwork going to be the initiator. Storm Spirit actually going to be the pickup for Pussii Lancer, and that's a bit unexpected. I haven't actually seen Storm Spirit get picked up since the patch of 6.85 that kind of killed him off. And Oracle is going to be the third pick for Pussii Lancer, so a weird strategy to say the least. Also, yeah, just the unexpected pickups. Vengeful Spirit and Witch Doctor will be the final pickups for iClen, so very nice lineup here. I'm not too sure who's going to be their mid laner. I'd be surprised if it wasn't either Juggernaut or the Tiny. I'd be more in favour of the Tiny, with his ability just to tank up the Storm Spirit static remnants a little bit better than Juggernauts. And just waiting on the final pickup here for Pussii Lancer. Before we get underway, what do they actually need? They need one more farmer or initiator. I was just going to say the Tide Hunter, just to actually be able to get in for those team fights. iClen has a fair few methods initiation, ranging from Clockwork Hooks to Tiny Blink-In and the Landslide, and then some nice follow-ups in the Witch Doctor as well as the Juggernaut Omni-Slash, whereas Pussii Lancer in the meantime going to have to be relying on the solo initiations out from Storm Spirit and the Blink Ravagers to probably be coming out from Tide Hunter to really set things up, or else it's just going to be kind of hard for them to actually get against this team. iClen does have one slight problem, and that is the fact that its positions 1, 2, and 3 are all melees, so coming up against heroes like Disruptor, that can be a pain where he can catch you all in the Static Storm with a well-placed shot. So, something for iClen to consider. And we're about to get underway, and I'll run you through the team lineups. Of course, we have a pause straight away, that seems to be the way. Alright, I'll give them a second to catch up. In the meantime, it's going to be D's on Vengeful Spirit. We're going to have, ooh, I think he's changed his name slightly since the last one, but Pathium going to be on the Juggernaut, Untamed going to be on the Clockwork, Tubzino going to be on your Witch Doctor, and Pengu going to be on the Tiny. We are on the side of the Dire, we're going to have actually Sacrifusion going to be on the Storm Spirit, Superfast Jellyfish on the Anti-Mage, coming off an excellent Ursa game, Mr. Moop going to be on the Oracle, Cox going to be on your Disruptor, and just waiting on the final person coming in of the game. It's going to be Temporary Figurant on the, can't actually remember who was picked, Tide Hunter, that's the one. When he eventually decides to actually join up. Yeah, taking a look at these lineups, the likely strategies to be coming of each team. there's no real time advantage for either team, with the exception of well, basically mid to late. Just because neither of them really have the lineup that's particularly effective early game. They do all require some kind of farm before they can really get going, such as the Juggernaut needs some attack speed and damage. You need the initiation potential from Clockwork, so he might be waiting till late, picks up that Blade Mail. Tiny really can't do much without the Aghanim Scepter. And then by contrast, Tidehunter can't do much without the Blink. Anti-Mage can't do much without he can't farm very fast until he gets that Battle Fury. So it's going to be a matter of trades. They're basically probably just going to sit back and see if they can just farm without dying. I'd be surprised if we saw any big plays coming out in the early game. And we do have Pussii Lancing around up this top rune. They've got 3 heroes here. I'm tempted getting scattered out by super fast Jellyfish. And that should be enough to scare the Clockwork away from the top rune.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, so it's likely just going to be the rune for rune trade early on. A couple of standard wards actually coming out from we got this one from iClen, just a regular rune ward, as is this one here from Pussii Lancer. And temporary figurant will be scattered out by Shipathome. It does end up backing off. But yeah, these lanes are going to be a bit odd actually. Just another team with a very conventional drafting lineup, which of course happens in the limited drafting pool lineups. So it's going to be super fast Jellyfish up top. Likely going to have Mr. Moot just stacking creep camps while he farms up, more or less solo. Meanwhile, Cox does make the rotation in the mid, and he's going to make life as difficult as he can for the Tiny. Bottom lane it will be the Tidehunter by himself up against Tobzino. Tobzino on the Witch Doctor, Shipatho going to be on your Juggernaut, and it will likely just be D's stacking the jungle and doing what he needs to do to help out his teammates. Up top, Untamed actually getting stunned up here by Mr. Moop. Will be dropped under half health. Should get away. Very little mana, very little health, but he'll be able to heal back up from that, no problems. And Cox just going to be seen around the mid lane, harassing back Pengu as much as he can. Can't really afford this Tiny to get much early farm, while also stacking the camps for his brother in the mid lane. Temporary Figurant going to be struggling even to pick up any experience, because he's just going to get completely zoned out by Tobzino. While Figurant might have the natural durability advantage on Tobzino, nothing like a Maledict to start wearing through you. Regarding this mid lineup, should be in favour of Sacrifusion, purely just because Pengu will have to rely on his abilities in order to actually get the last hits, and have to play very boldly. Not to mention that incredibly slow right click, hitting only once every second and a half. So a lot easier for Storm Spirit to get the denies, attacking every 1.3. You have to be careful here. Untamed does have that haste rune, wants to run in with the battery assault. Sacrifice being brought down very low, and Untamed should be able to get the kill. Does so with the battery assault. Decides to try and follow Cox up just a little bit, brings it down to about 2/3 health and then backs off. But yeah, first blood going the way of the Clockwork. And yes, just good rotation out from the top lane. Good use of the haste rune. And while super fast Jellyfish might get some solo farm, the first blood golden XP goes the way of Untamed. And that's exactly what he's needing, considering he's not going to be getting many right click. Many last hits up in the top lane, nor will he actually be able to get much harassment damage out onto Jellyfish or Mr. Moop, so really has to see where he can find experience elsewhere. And what a better way to do that than getting a kill for the first blood. Yeah, everyone's going to be playing pretty reserved at the moment. The only reason that kill actually happened was due to the haste rune. There's no way Clockwork would have tried something that bold without it. So each team going to be kind of just sitting back and letting the farm come in. A little bit of an early lead is the super fast jellyfish, but that's to be expected given that he's not really coming up against anyone because our Clockwork can't actually get in there to do anything. So yeah, Clockwork being almost, yeah, he's being out-leveled by at least a whole level, and even Moop has the slide advantage on him. Meanwhile, Pengu makes a rotation up to the top rune, starts bottling up just to be sure, and picks up a double damage rune. Really couldn't ask for a better chance to get a kill here. He's probably going to be asking for some kind of rotation around to try and get the pick off on the Storm Spirit. In the meantime, Cox sitting up to the north. Morlun to come in and help out if need be. Someone that doesn't need a bit of help is Temporary Figure in. Getting stunned up by D's, and the Blade Fury should be enough to finish him off. So Juggernaut managed to get the second kill on the board for iClen. Meanwhile, Pengu getting pulled back into it with a oh, I forget the name of the ability for a second. The Glimpse. Sorry, my bad. And so that will be a revenge kill against the Tiny, coming out for the Storm Spirit. I suspect he popped the double damage and then just kind of went for it, but alas, would not work. Untamed in the meantime, getting stunned up here by Mr. Moop. Super fast jellyfish can't get the right clicks in there just because that battery assault will keep stunning him up. Meanwhile, there is a double smoke rotation here coming out from D's as well as Top Xeno towards this middle lane. They're going to be looking for the pick off on the Storm Spirit. They do have to be careful though. Smoke's down to about half. They're going to be looking for the fast stuns coming out here. The first stun coming out from Pengu. The throw toss coming out from Tiny, and that will be a very quick death for the Storm Spirit. Blade Fury able to walk through Figurant. Diving very far into the tower is Shipathum, and commits the Omni Slash, gets the kill. So yeah, everything coming up iClen for the moment, sitting at 4-1 in their favour, finding a few very nice kills. And they do swing the gold back in their favour, but only by about 250, so still anyone's game. Pussii is getting the more effective farm with the higher average last hits. But yeah, just a few more kills going the way of iClen is keeping them in it. Super fast jellyfish in the meantime just getting ripped up in the top lane. Seeing with the 44 last hits. Storm in the meantime killed in the mid lane. And that is iClen picking up yet another kill. So yeah, Pussii really need to try and find a way to just try and spin this back around. Just not quite having the same effectiveness of their last game. But yeah, it is the different strat. Last game they were going for that early game aggression. This game they're playing a bit more of a reserved, like, farming lineup. And apparently, looks like iClen was a bit more prepared for it than they were. Untamed still only sitting on the level 3, even at the 7-minute mark. Trying to pick up any last hits he can get with those rocket flares. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage sitting at almost level 6, so he'll want to start looking for those roaming ganks pretty soon. And he's already saving up money. I'm expecting it's for the Perseverance to build on a Battle Fury. But yeah, just everything coming up iClen at the moment, just making the good rotations, catching up with the farm, especially with the solo farm suddenly available for Shipathum. And the reason for that is the rotation to mid from the Tidehunter, but hasn't actually got a Ravage or anything, so not really much you can do here. And Sacrifusion there, getting mana drained pretty nicely. You know, the stun is coming out. Tiny gets killed on the Tidehunter in the mid lane. Untamed getting pulled back into the fight, but has the battery assault up, so it may not be the worst thing for him. And Oracle finds the burn kill, so the 1-for-1 trade for the Clockwork for the Tidehunter. probably working out in favor of Pussii Lancer at the end of that, but I'm sure they're both just happy with the pickups. Juggernaut will be very happy with the pickup, able to get the solo tower down bot, and grabbing a Perseverance. You know, our top super fast Jellyfish, still sitting with the 1824 gold in the bank, so maybe looking to push it out for that Perseverance into the side shop in not too long. I'd be surprised if it wasn't going for the Battle Fury. You know, Shepatham going to be getting off the Blade Spin, trying to bring him down, and is there we get the Omni Slash, picks up yet another kill. So he's sitting at 3 for 0. Cox doesn't actually have the Static Storm, so he does have to be very careful, because Shepatham would have won that right click off. And the game going to be coming out onto Untamed. Sun is coming out. Mr. Move does also have that magic burn. Don't forget that. And drops it down very low. Seeing only 50 health, and he will get away with it, getting healed up. But Oracle manages to drop him yet again. So yet another return kill. Lost Tidehunter a few too many times in the bottom lane, however. Tobzino also having to be careful here. Trying to bottle up is Sacrifusion, but won't find enough to actually be able to get in there to do anything. So gonna have to let Tobzino walk away free. And there we go, there's the Perseverance. So that should speed Anti-Mage's farm up just a little bit with that bonus damage, mana pool, and health. Sacrifusion coming up, finding a handy bounty rune. And Mikey making his way over to the top, because gonna have to start looking for these ganks sooner or later. Tidehunter's still without his level 6, so Shepatham gonna be very firmly in control of this lane. Come back around, decides to start farming up in the jungle by the looks of it. And he probably needs it realistically. He's been killed a few too many times, sitting at 2 for 3 on the old KDR. And there's a hasted up Tidehunter looking to do something, but again, doesn't have that Ravage, so probably can't really put it into much use at the moment. And so he's got to devote his talents to just stacking up that Ancient Camp. And that will burn the rest of his haste. Your mid lane, iClen are gathering. There's three of them here with Pengu, the original mid lane, as well as both supports. I'm gonna start chipping away this tower, which is down to only 215 health. You know, Juggernaut getting free farm down the bottom lane. Gonna be pushing up very quickly. The scanning out Wave of Terror will not find anyone. And Shepatham trying to come in here, but both teams have reinforcements on the way, with iClen making the run up from the south side of the river. And the Static Storm does come out. Cox is getting stunned very nicely there by the Vengeful Spirit. Juggernaut will get the kill on the Disruptor, but Tiny picking off the Storm Spirit. I believe that was just elsewhere. But Pengu will get the double kill in the end, able to take out the Oracle, giving a 3-0 trade there in favor of iClen, and likely a tier 2 down in the bottom lane. Shepathi getting healed up, but they're gonna have to wait for Creep Wave to come in, and that may give Pussii Lancer enough time to react should they so choose.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures.
But alas, it looks like they're just gonna let the tower fall here. Still out of deny range, I believe, so not much they can actually do here. And he will just Battle Fury out of the out of being glimpsed back. So nice little escape there coming out from Disruptor. And Untamed coming in from here. Still only level 5, so it doesn't actually have that hook shot in, but doesn't actually need it. Pops the Battery Assault as well as the Cogs, and that is that will be Cogs going down if you can't get healed up in time. Mr. Mubi is getting melted down here by Tobzino with the Windshock. Oh, taking out 2, gets the Oracle and Disruptor kills. You know, Shepatham at the back of the fight. Untamed trying to take the damage for him, but Storm Spirit comes zapping it out of nowhere. Gets a double kill. Pengu tosses up Storm Spirit, and Storm Spirit will not be getting out of there. And he does in fact go down to the Tiny. So yeah, good play there from Witch Doctor and Storm Spirit to get some kind of return.
Dire's bottom tower.
But in the end, fight will go the way of iClen.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And too far Jellyfish does have to be careful here. Tubzin is, well, he was smoked up. I'm gonna chuck out the stun. And a bit of RNG that made the Paralyzing Cast go the complete opposite direction to the Anti-Mage, so sure he's got to be happy with that one. But yeah, Untamed still without a hook shot at the 14-minute mark. So yeah, he'll just move up to the front lines, get this last creep worth of farm, does so, and can now finally hook in. And Clockwork actually getting the kill there with the rocket flare from range. Did the downtown Kobe.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So top tier 1 going down very quickly. And that should be iClen taking out every tier 1 now. We only have 2 out of tier towers remaining for Pussii Lancer. Find themselves facing a uphill battle, seeing 7.5k gold down. And a very confident in-form iClen all of a sudden. This is barely the same team that they came up against last game. Yeah, it's the difference of a good draft. Temporary Figurant barely has, doesn't even have the 600 gold in the bag, so he's nowhere near being able to pick up that Blink Dagger. Whereas in the meantime, Cox gets cogged up in the middle, and Untamed is going to try and run it after him this time. The Glimpse back will probably save his life in the end. And they're just going to turn their focuses around to Temporary Figurant. Mr. Moop still getting worked down there, taken out by Tiny in the end. Sax will come out from, and Slotspirit will get the kill on the Clockwork. Still zapping around, trying to turn this one around. Pengu might be going down here. And, yeah, Tiny just tosses him straight back. In the path of Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor able to get the double kill. And Juggernaut able to help out there. Turn that into a team wipe at the back of the fight. Tobzino with yet another excellent Witch Doctor play.
Is under attack.
And that's 2 times he's done that. The winky face is going to be coming out from the Clockwork.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
For those of you watching, none of you probably realised there was a little bit of trash talk at the end of last game in the lobby screen before this, so just a little cheeky wink. And that should be the mid tier 2 going down here. And I suspect the gold graph will spike up in just a moment. Tower comes down into deny range, I believe. And yeah, he's going to get taken out, so a little bit of a missed opportunity for iClen, but I'm sure they're just happy to have the tower down as much as anything.
Has been denied.
Leaving only the 1 tier 2 standing at only half health up the top for Pussii Lancer. And we're going to follow Clockwork here. Probably going to come in for the hook, but it doesn't even matter. Temporary Figurant getting just chucked up there. And Juggernaut will get the kill with that Battle Fury. And so yeah, able to find that extra scout out kill. Pengu does have the haste rune active at the moment, so could go scouting if he so chose. Untamed pops off the rocket flare. Going to be looking for this man here. Will not find him. Storm Spirit just has too much runaway, basically. So they're going to turn their sights on Roche. While all in the meantime, Pussii Lancer stuck around the mid lane and just trying to defend and push out as much as they can, but might be getting to be a bit too little, bit too late, seeing it with a 11k-ish gold deficit against them. Yeah, considering neither team really had a particularly intense early lineup, iClen has really made the most of everything. It's yeah, seeing with the 21 for 7, about 12k gold lead, probably even a little bit more at this point. And yeah, Tiny sitting at 6 for 2, making the most of those pretty powerful abilities, if we're honest. And he does have the Aghanim Scepter as well as the Blink Dagger, so getting that cleave damage off at this point. Also with the cleave damage is the Battle Fury up on the Juggernaut. So things are looking more and more DF dire for the dire, as Juggernaut manages to take down the final tier 2 tower,
Dire's
leaving the
under attack.
whole side of maps for Pussii Lancer pretty exposed. And we could be seeing an engagement here. I get the feeling Pengu's just going to blink in, do what he needs to do, bashes his way through that creep wave. Instead, Shepherdtham is just going to come in on the Juggernaut and just trash the Tidehunter. Sacrifusion trying to do his best, but will not be able to do very much. Excellent Static Storm catches Juggernaut on the wrong side of it, and Untamed gets off the hook shot, but it will not do much. The Witch Doctor ultimate is able to come out from the back of the lines, and able to get the kill off onto the Oracle. Sorcerer commits suicide, Oracle just buys back. It's a double buyback with Tidehunter also coming back. And so it's likely that iClen will just continue to chip away at this tier 3 tower.
Under attack.
The only issue for Shepherdtham is he doesn't have all that much attack speed right now. The rotation around from Pengu, and they managed to find the kill on the Oracle. That is a dieback coming out from him. And this should be a dead tier 3 not too long. Storm Spirit coming in, zips to the very back of the fight. Some they're coming out from D's. They want this. They want Sacrifusion dead. Pengu with the toss. Ebb gets some damage into there. Juggernaut killing off the Disruptor. Disruptor just buying back. Too fast Jellyfish being forced back out of the fight. Shepherdtham trying to chase him down. Static Field will be enough to save his life for now. And yeah, Pussii is just going to call the GG. And so Juggernaut finishing off the kill with the Disruptor. And getting a double kill, triple kill to end the game. So yeah, well played from iClen. Good comeback from them. And yeah, with the lineup very much unlike their last one, which was a lot more farm orientated. This time Pussii Lancer tried changing up and just did not work out for them. Juggernaut being about as terrifying this game as Ursa was last game, so that gives us some perspective. But yeah, 20-minute GG, go in the way of iClen Blumenthal. iClen Bluterol. I'll get this right, damn it. So yeah, it's 1-for-1 in this best 3 series, so stick around, one more game to come in not too long, give it a couple of minutes.